over 10 years. And I know that's a term that we kind of use loosely, and we might not take too seriously in Florida. And it was very, very hard for me because it was 10 years of my life that were pure torment in my schooling. And it was so bad that it caused me to be severely depressed and develop anxiety and fear. But I'll get to that. The worst part of my bullying happened in middle school. And you guys are fresh out of middle school, kind of. And how's it going? How's high school? Amazing. Okay, so
Retarded as shit.
and from what I understand is that you guys
So.
are coming into high school from 7 different middle schools. That is crazy. It's awesome, but it's crazy because it's 7 different groups of people that you haven't met before. And that's great. It is great to be around some new people and meet new faces, but you just gotta know to deal with it. You have to come with an open and accepting heart. And some things that I'm going to tell you guys might seem a little cliche, but it's the absolute truth. And the miracle of truth, and that you can hear it. You can hear the reality of what I faced and how hard it was, because some of you might be going through it, you might know someone who's going through it. But here we go. So when I was in middle school, it was terrible. I'm not going to sugarcoat that one bit because I was very scared going into middle school because it was new people. I went to a very small elementary school. Excuse me. I went to middle school. It was bigger, a different environment, and I was overweight. I was very overweight. And there wouldn't be a day when I was in the hallway, I was in the lunchroom, and somebody would tell me how it was ugly, disgusting, not perfect, worthless, useless, anything they could say to make me feel terrible. And I didn't catch a break. I remember I was sitting in class. It was my 6th grade class. I missed November, and it was English. And our class was so odd. And one half of the class faced the other half of the class. I don't know why. A little bit strange. But I was on the far end, and then one of my tormentors was on the other end. And he said, "Oh my gosh, she's like Morgan Winter Baby Dew. It looks like you're wearing a maternity top." And so I had no defense. I had no one that stood up and said, "That's wrong, you shouldn't say that to her, that's just mean." And I didn't defend myself at all because I was embarrassed, I was mortified. Everybody heard it. My teacher didn't. My teacher stepped out for a minute. Kids were smart. They were really smart. They knew when to say their mean things at the right time. And there were some laughs because it was the funniest thing that he had put me down. And they continued to do so. I was a laughing stock. So middle school went on. It was absolutely terrible. And I know that's dreary to hear about, but it's the truth. Middle school was very rough. And so I went on, and things really didn't get easier. I had made some friends, but here's where I thought it was going to turn around. When I went to 9th grade, Washington High School. Some of you guys may have heard of it. It's in Charlestown. And it was kind of new. It's still relatively new, but when I went there, it was very fresh and very new. Washington is a very, very crisp white school. There's columns everywhere. It kind of looks like the Washington Monument, and it's very pretty. But that's why I'm in all of your guys' school. Your school is beautiful, and so it was very, very scary and intimidating going to Washington because it was just so crisp, and everything was so big. But I expected that. So my first day of high school, my sister got me ready. She did my hair, she did my makeup, and I picked out a new dress from Charlotte Russe. Y'all know what Charlotte Russe is? Yeah. Okay, so back then, that dress was cute, and I had boots that were cute, and I felt confident, but looking back at it, gosh, that was a terrible dress. I don't know why my mom let me walk out of the house. But that's aside from the point. Styles change, um, and I felt good that day. I said, this is going to be different, and things are really going to change. Well, sadly, I was mistaken, because I remember I went into fourth period, and somebody who was terribly mean to me in middle school said, "Oh, everyone was just so bad. And so from that point on, I was silent. I didn't talk. I didn't speak. Didn't do anything. And I fulfilled my daily routine when I went home. I would go home after I'd been laughed at all day and go to my room. I had a blue iPod Nano. That was my best friend. And that was my everyday middle school. Just locked myself in my room. Because that's where I was safe. No one was going to tell me anything there. And that's where I was free to think of the most wonderful things. And oh my gosh, one day it's going to be great. But it was very hard. And so after that first day of high school, my mom tried to take me back to school. She tried to drop me off in front of the school, and I would not get out of the car. I promise you, if we still had that car, my nail prints would be in the door because I wouldn't get out. I was that adamant of the fact that I was not going back into that school. So from then on out, I missed 12 consecutive days of high school. Principals were calling, counselors were calling, and nobody knew why because I never told anybody. Because it was embarrassing, and it wasn't something that I wanted to share with anybody, especially my family. So, missed those 12 days, and it got to the point where I had to be put on homebound, and that's where one teacher teaches you a different location, and you learn. You get taught your 4 class, well, you currently have 4 classes. I taught my 4 classes, and at the time, we'd be